Okay. Okay. I'm starting a new series. I'm gonna call it the Reddit review. Obviously, if you're watching this is gonna be on a separate channel, but this series is gonna be a daily post where I go on the Overwatch University subreddit and I go over a VOD so I can help people improve for free because everyone likes free stuff. Now, this player Bobber is an Ana player, and in the post they have written, "I'm trying to get back into playing Ana after not playing her for about 5 seasons now, so I'm off rolling in 66. I think I did a good job on capitalizing on high ground and trying to get picks, but I'm unsure if I did too much. My Zarya kept complaining about heals to me, but she just looked like a bot running onto point on low ground. Is there any major mistakes I'm doing? The main thing I see is my sleep dart accuracy and needing to get better with Headhunter." Well, your sleep dart accuracy doesn't matter as much as just using the sleep dart often. Like if you're like look, if you're spamming the sleep dart and you're just missing every single sleep, that's bad. But if you're using it every so often and you're only worried about the accuracy and not using it more often, then that's what we need to think about. And needing to get better with Headhunter, I don't think that's something you need to consciously think about. I mean, because it's like a muscle memory thing. You have to start learning or like thinking about aiming at the head, and that's not always going to be an easy thing to do. Now, let me get into this replay quickly. Right. So you said you haven't played Ana in 5 months, 5 months, 5 seasons. That's like 10 months, I think. So just a quick rundown on Ana. Our main objective is to do damage so that we can get kills and heal people when they need healing. Like and like what I mean by that is we heal enough so that people aren't gonna die if we don't heal them. We want to try and use our cooldowns aggressively and offensively as often as possible. And obviously we want to use our nano as aggressively as possible. So like if someone's shooting, we just nano them. But I'll go over that as we get into the VOD. In terms of positioning, obviously Ana's a decently long range hero. You don't want to play too far back to where it's hard to hit your cooldowns, but you obviously don't want to play too close. So like you have to find the balance there. Right. Okay, here. Just like I'm I'm a very nitpicky person. When it comes to healing, right? You see Torb, he's like full HP now. The Torb doesn't need healing. We need to try and look for a nade. It's like our duty to try and look for cooldowns as much as possible. And Archenwald first point is actually pretty easy to do it because you can just throw it down the choke. Like here for example, you could definitely be using a cooldown right now. Yeah. Careful standing still against the Hanzo. You were standing still in this angle for a decently long time, and obviously Hanzo can just one shot you down here. He he almost killed you because you're kind of scoped down main. Okay. I do like this rotation. This is good. I would just like to see a cooldown. We haven't used a cooldown yet. Okay. So this rotation is good. Why? Because the Hanzo saw you, and now it's kind of dangerous to play there. No one really needs too much healing, so we can rotate. And then when you take this angle, you have to quickly assess. Okay, where can I throw my cooldown? Oh, I can throw my cooldown maybe like over here, or maybe the Ryan might unshield. I can throw it over here. What you did here was you kind of just you panicked and you just chucked it at the ball. You don't want to panic, right? Like I know why you panicked because you got shot at. You don't need to panic. Just use cover. Go to the left. Obviously you can't really use a cooldown now. So when they see you, you need to acknowledge. Okay, they see me. I'm taking a lot of damage. Let me just move left to the cover. Don't risk throwing a nade for no reason here. Okay. Okay, heal a bit. And yeah, when you are healing, people don't need to be full HP, right? You can heal this maid like one time and then just go somewhere else. Like the maid doesn't need to be full HP all the time. Same thing with Hazard. Once like because you've got three supports, it's a bit easier. But like once the Hazard is like healed like this, you should immediately be looking to the left and trying to look for damage and asleep. Because all the time you're not doing damage is all the time you're not putting pressure on the enemies, which means the enemies are gonna have like a person who isn't shooting at them. Good sleep. Okay, careful walking a bit close because of the D.Va, but good nade, good nade. Like, this is basically how you want to plan it. You want to be consistently moving to different angles to where you can use your cooldowns and get damage. Here, because you got aggressive, you were able to win the fight for your team. Okay, well maybe the fight's not won yet. Okay. Here, uptime's low. Uptime's low. Uptime is very important, right? So when you get shot off this angle, right? So the Hunter sees you. Our next priority is to find a new angle where we can surprise the enemies, or like at the very least not re-peek the enemies here. So you're probably not going to surprise the enemies by peeking this, but it's going to make it harder for the Hanzo to know where you are because you moved. So after you get shot at, you should just immediately move to the angle and then try and do damage. Because we're missing out on a lot of uptime. We're not putting pressure on anyone here. And then maybe if you had done a bit of damage, you could have prevented this hazard from dying. Okay, you probably couldn't. But if you were over here, then you could have at least tried, right? You could have seen the Mei, shot her a bit. Maybe it stops the hazard from dying. We said we're just playing very passive. That's okay. Now be careful walking too far up because obviously you are down some people. Good sleep. I like this. I like that. Good play. So this is good because you slept. They saw you. It became dangerous, and like you don't really want to be there. And then you took an off angle. Boom. Surprised them. Got the nade off. I can't speed it down. I'm so sorry. My only nitpick is that you could probably try and stay here to get a follow-up shot or two. Usually when you nade people, you want to try and follow up because that's how you're actually going to get kills. But I understand why you run away because obviously there's not a lot of people. Okay, don't panic. I mean, you know, what's the point in sleeping that because, you know, the mech just eats it. Good nade. Nah, okay. A lot of things to say here. Okay, so number one, we didn't really need to use the sleep because it's just baby D.Va. Two, this nade was really good. Three, this nano was trash because there's not really a fight going on, right? Like there's no fight. Like it's you and Hazard and you're about to die, and they've already kept point. Just wait for the next fight to start and then nano. And now the reason why you're dead here is because previously, when you were coming out of this like door, you didn't immediately take cover. So like when you demate D.Va, your next plan of action should be, okay, I need to back up immediately, right? So your plan of action should have immediately been demate D.Va, get in the castle, back up. I'm taking so long on each individual section, so I'll try and speed through this a little bit faster. Okay, we're coming back from spawn. What do we want to do? Damage. We don't want to heal our Torb, who's lost 75 HP. He's fine. We want to do damage. Right. Okay. Ask yourself: did you rush this sleep? Yeah. Because like you saw the D.Va, like you didn't panic, but like you just kind of chucked it out without thinking about it. The way you want to use your cooldowns is you want to be able to see the enemies. You want to be able to be close enough, and you want to take a little bit of time to line up the shot. Because if you can't see the enemies and you're just predicting, well then the chances of you hitting the cooldown is very low. If you're too far away, it's going to be too hard to land the cooldown, but that's not usually the main problem. And you don't want to rush your cooldown because it means you're going to end up hitting the wall instead of taking the small time to adjust your crosshair to be able to actually hit the person. Because even if the D.Va was standing in that doorway, you wouldn't have hit her anyway because you rushed. Okay, I like this. We're looking for damage. Okay, nice. There is a guy up here. I don't know if you realize. Okay, this is a free kill. Oh, I guess not. Go for the sleep. Here in this situation, you really have nothing to fear, right? Because why? Because the Mei has no cooldowns. The Mei use Ice Block and the Mei use Wall. she has no cooldowns, and you still have sleep. There's no reason to really be afraid. Just walk on this guy, kill him, and then there we go. Nice. Now, could your team have used your assistance? Maybe, but like you were busy. You were busy actually keeping yourself alive. Whoa. Okay. Getting the kill there was fine, but I'm gonna assume you die here. Okay, nice loot. Okay, no, okay. Good stuff living, but I don't know why we dropped. You never want to get greedy for a kill. You never want to get too greedy. Because when you drop, you put yourself in open space. Like you have to go. Okay, I can't really kill the Kiriko. So is there someone else that I could potentially shoot? And the answer is the Ana. So once the Kiriko becomes unshootable, and we don't want to really risk our position, because dropping here is a bad idea, then we just look at the next guy. There's no reason to drop to just get this kill. Because now look, we drop into open space. D.Va sees us, and then she chases. Now we live because you actually had good cooldown usage, and I respect that. But like the whole situation could have been avoided had we just not dropped. Okay. Alright, let's go. Shoot. Damage. Who are we hiding from? D.Va's demeched? Okay. Demect D.Va? Okay, damage. Let's go. We're on 160 health. No one can kill us, right? Ana has to free shot us, so like we're fine. Right? Like I don't know why we're hiding. Like just peek and shoot. Okay, yes, we are 147, and that's 2 shot. Okay, we'll just peek Ana a bit. She shoots us one time, go behind cover. We're playing so scared against a guy who can't actually kill us. But good job turning on the run. And now we want to try and find somewhere to go for damage, which you're doing, which is good. Okay, was this a good sleep? Yeah. She just dodged it, that's fine. Like, I know most people would say, oh my god, you just wasted sleep. But I mean, I don't think so, because he saw the Kiriko, he lined up the shot, and he wasn't too far away. The Kiriko just dodged it, it's fine. Now, I would prefer if you would use the sleep from an off angle, because that way you could surprise the person, and they're not already ready to, like, dodge your sleep. Okay. How about this nade? Was this nade good? Oh, well, I spread it out, so I can't tell. Okay, so we see Hanzo. It's fine. I think a little bit rushed. Okay, we're doing damage. This is fun. Make sure to keep people alive though. Yeah. So in that situation, I think Ozara is right to complain, because she was low HP for a while. Right? Like here. Think about it. What is more valuable right now? Shooting shield or shooting a D.Va with full HP, or healing your Zarya who is very low? Right now you have to heal the Zarya, right? Because I'm all about doing damage, but there are situations where your team needs healing. This is one of them, right? Your Zarya needed healing, and you neglected that. But we are still alive on the flank, so this is where we set up for the flank. Alright, so we just wait very patiently. We can hear the Ana. Unfortunate. Okay. This is a syndrome I like to call the hit scan hold W syndrome, right? It's where hit scan players will move closer to the enemies as they're trying to shoot them, even though they don't really need to, right? Because think about it. As Ana, you are in a really good spot here. You can stand here, go for the sleep, go for the nade, and then if they push you, you have cover, you can run away, you have distance. But for some reason, there's just something in our brains that just makes us want to walk forward, even though we don't need to. And now, because we're walking forward, we're in open space, they can use cooldowns on us, and then we die. This probably could have been prevented and been a more favorable situation for you had you just stayed here, gone for the sleep and the nade on the Ana, and if things go bad, you just run away to this staircase or this staircase. We didn't need to walk forward into open space. Now, I'm not gonna go through this whole VOD because I've already spent a lot of time yapping. So I'm just gonna kind of go through this round. Right, okay, we walk forward, we do damage. Unfortunate nade. Sleep's fine. Like so far, your sleep accuracy hasn't really been a problem. it's just been unfortunate that they've had like a diva. Because look, like that. Actually, I don't think that would have hit. Actually, checking sleep. I don't think that would have hit. Okay, no, you rushed it, but that's besides the point. Okay, if you want to increase your sleep dart accuracy, number one biggest thing is just take a small like half-second to line up the shot. This is easier if you take an off angle because they're not going to be expecting you. But try and line up the shot before just firing it out there. Okay, we need to have the Reaper. Okay, we have Nano. We should probably use it at some point. Okay, I mean, that is actually kind of unfortunate. That's mega unfortunate. Now, okay, to avoid this bomb, you know, a real Chad would have jumped over here onto the platform, but I think he still would have died anyway. So it's just one of them unfortunate things, really. Yeah, it happens. That's fine. Okay, when we come back, we want to get to the fight. Maybe nano someone. It's too late now. Let's back up. We get walled. So you have to kind of look and understand, like, is this fight winnable? And like, look at your teammates, right? There's a guy down here and there's a guy up here. This fight isn't really winnable. So don't go like too far forward. And again, we're doing the same thing. We have the whole W syndrome. The difference between being here and being here is that being in this position, we can still see the Kiriko, we can still heal the Kiriko, but we're not as far forward, so we have more distance to get away, and we're not in an open space, so the Mei can't wall us off easily. We can do the exact same thing, but from a safer position. Because like, you see how far forward you are, and then that gives the Mei the time to walk forward and push you, but also wall you off because you're in open space. I don't mind the nano. I think it could have waited a little bit for the rest of your team to come back, but like I don't hate it. It's fine. Again, we're doing the same thing. Don't walk forward. We're playing a character with very good range capabilities. She's not great like in the fight. I mean like in the actual like fight itself. The sleep's fine. She just DMs it. Micro is just, yeah, you have to wait for the DM. Like once the DM drops, DM's got a second cooldown, and then you can sleep D.Va. D.Va like basically can't counter your sleep if you're just patient. That's like the big thing against D.Va. You want to be patient. Okay, I mean like your movement is just cracked. But like the reason we almost died is because we just aren't being very aware. Like we're very focused on this part of the fight, and we're not paying attention for someone who might off-angle us, which is what he did. And then, when you realized he was close to you, instead of backing up and going behind the wall, you actually walked closer to him into open space, which is kind of funny. But you live, so that's good. Heal him, and then we do damage. Cool. Okay, we have our cooldowns. I would like to see you try and take an angle. No! You can just go down here and then shoot them as they try and run back, right? You don't want to go on long rotations during the fight. You want to take short rotations. So a short rotation, what would have been like seeing the state of your team, and then just rotating to this angle, because then you can shoot the Ana, you can shoot them as they come back, and then that would have been a very good idea. Here we're just like we kind of forget that there's even people fighting, and then we drop behind them. I mean, like, this is fine. I don't hate this, but we could have done this a lot safer just by playing on that little wooden platform, like I said. I'm not sure why you dropped. Is it because there's a run there? Oh, there's a run there. Okay, I was gonna say, why did you drop? But there's a run there. Okay. Okay, we want to try and get upstairs. Damage. Let's go. Nice, good nade. It's like you're getting good nades because it's easier to hit the nades. But it's just like your sleep, so you just have to take the time to actually line up. You can use the nade here, by the way. This is a perfect nade opportunity. You see the Ana there? Just throw a nade here. Right? Or like D.Va's there, it's fine. It doesn't matter if D.Va's there. Why? Because the D.Va doesn't know you're there yet. So you can still throw a nade here and potentially get like 3, and then maybe kill Ana. This is such a perfect opportunity to nade. Nade, sleep. Anything, nade, anything! Anything. Please, anything. Okay. Nice. One. Okay. You missed. That's fine. Now, there is a bigger, more outlying problem here. So you are staying on this position for too long. Playing here is fine. But as you start to see the enemies take space and walk forward, you need to kind of react accordingly. You don't want to be in a position where like they're able to come up behind you and you're here isolated, right? You see how there's kind of like a fight going on and you're like late to the party. Now, you do catch the Mei off guard, which is good. But like you see how you were staying here for so long, even though there wasn't that much value to be had. You don't want to risk that too much. Okay, let me look at this sleep here. Yeah, nice. I mean, like, your sleep accuracy is, like, fine. Like, your aim is fine. You just rush your sleeps a little bit. Because, like, you have good aim. That was a good flick. You just rush your sleeps a bit. Okay, well, okay. By the way, you said you wanted to get better at Headhunter. Well, this is a perfect opportunity, by the way. When someone is sleeping... Oh, shit, I pressed the wrong button. When someone is sleeping and they are on the floor, they can't move. So just get behind them and shoot their head. That's a free 150 damage. I don't know why we've not shot this guy's head here. And we just barely live. Alright, we get unfrozen damage. Let's go. Oh, well, there's not to shoot. Again, why are we dropping here? Like, we don't need to drop. We have a great angle onto our team. We have a good angle onto cart, and because the round's about to finish, this is actually like probably the strongest position you could take, because if they do try and touch, well, then they're going to have to be on cart, look this way, and somehow look behind them. And that's not possible because you're on a good off angle. I don't know why you dropped. I'm going to assume you dropped on accident, maybe. But in the future, if you find yourself in a position where, like, you and your team are sandwiching the cart, like, at the end of the round, stay up here. This is such a strong position because people have to use attention and cooldowns just to reach you, instead of playing on the cart or looking at your team. Overall, I mean, like, that was a pretty decent round. Nothing to really say, other than, like, rushing a few sleeps, maybe being a bit too hyper-focused on damage. Otherwise, like, you're playing fine. Okay, again, we're playing scared. We're playing scared. I don't know why we're playing scared here. We need to have uptime. Okay, break turret. Okay, cool. There's no one on our screen now. We see Kiri on the left. let's just go heal Kiri, right? We don't want these guys to die. We're gonna heal them enough so that they don't die. And we probably don't want to push the D.Va on our own. I mean, like, you could. Like truthfully, you could choose to go for the Kiri or the D.Va, but like, don't do nothing. Right? That's the important part. We want uptime. And doing nothing is the opposite of uptime. Okay, does Reaper need healing here? No. Do any of these guys need healing? No. Which means we can peek over the bridge. Damage. Sleep nade. If they push us, we can react and back up. You would probably want to save a cooldown though, because you're very close. Okay, nothing. We're doing nothing. Yay! We're playing the game. Let's go. We are playing the game, baby. Like, what are you doing? Now, you couldn't save that Reaper because he's just strong, and that's fine. Okay, careful standing still. Okay. D.Va up top. You can you can push forward, by the way. If it's just D.Va on her own, she can't actually do anything to you. Because yeah, she can DM you, but you can just wait it out, and then you can sleep her, and then she does. Again, rushing your sleep. There's no reason why you should be hitting a wall when the guy is flying in front of you. Like, there's no reason why your crosshair should be at the wall and not over here. A small micro thing, right? Where do you think the D.Va's going to go? Well, obviously she's going to go to this corner. So just already aim at the corner and just let the D.Va do the work for you. Why do we have to use the nade there? Because we're just kind of just too far forward. I understand why you went there, but instead of going like straight over here, you could have rotated maybe over here to open up the angle and do damage, but like, you're not playing close enough to be in danger, like I talked about earlier. Okay, now no D.Va, so we're just gonna try and do damage. Could you have saved the hazard there? I don't think so. Nah, probably not. Okay, I'm missing shots. Right, your team said we just got back up here. All good, all good, all. Good nade. And sleep. Unlucky. I think instead of going for the sleep on the run here, I think you actually should have committed to what you were gonna do here. Take this angle, go for a sleep. If they see you and they start pushing you, just back up. Because now, right? Imagine you like distracted the Torb and the Bastion, right? The Torb and Bastion are gonna start looking this way and not at your team, which gives your team a lot of space and like anti-pressure in order to shoot the Ryan, who's then gonna have to walk forward. And then because of the one play you would have made a lot of space for your team. And also, it would have prevented you from just shooting your sleep at the shield. Okay, just got to wait for the turret form. Nothing crazy. Okay, every time you have your cooldowns, I want you to try and think, okay, where can I go to try and use them? Can I use it down main? I mean, probably not because of the Ryan shield, but we can try. Or maybe we can go on the right, use nano on our hazard, nade here. Bro, nading here would actually get you too much value. Holy fuck. Right. Yeah, this is good. I like this. Good nade, good nade. And we even did some follow-up nades. This is great. Boom, nade, follow-up shots. That is crazy. How the fuck did he kill you? That is insane. Wow. That's not... I don't think that's really your fault, per se. It was just kind of a good shot from him. Alright, we come back from spawn. We see Hazard. Honestly, I would just nano that, Loki. Or nano Zarya if we can. Yeah, nice. Again, we're just rushing the sleep. There is no reason... I mean, to be fair, they have speed, so it's a little bit harder. But if you find yourself missing your sleeps a lot, just take like half a second to see the enemy, line up your shot, and then go for it. Otherwise, good nano. Careful for like the walk forward syndrome as well. You notice how you kind of walk forward in front of a bunch of people, right? Like you kind of just walked in front of these guys in their kitsune rush. Oh wait, no, that's no, that is that kitsune. It wasn't the end of the world because they had to back up, but if these guys were like a bit better, they would have seen you rotating and just immediately killed you. This is fine. Z was chasing him, use cover. Honestly, I'm liking the aggro here, honestly. Yeah, nice. I like how aggressive you are. Nice, good sleep. Boom, boom, damage. This is what I love to see. Get in there. Let's go. Aggressiveness. This is what I love to see. You see how much value you get from doing damage, using your cooldowns aggressively. I like this. Not too much to complain about. Hill Reaper. Ah, what the fuck happened here? That's unlucky. Okay. Nice. Keep up the Reaper. You just got off angled. Holy fuck. Yeah, this is the same thing I was talking about earlier. You want to be a bit careful from being in the same position for too long because one, it might make the angle obsolete because the enemies might move away from the angle, and if you stay there, well then you can't see them anymore. Imagine if these guys moved from here to here, well then you wouldn't be able to see them by standing here, right? But two, and what happened here is that if you stay in the same position for too long, people are gonna find out where you are, and they're gonna quickly make their way over to you, and they're gonna crumple you just like that. So, yeah, maybe don't do that. You want to move around decently often. Right, what's the move here? D.Va. Bad Ned. Like I could see the vision. You want to heal the Zarya, but honestly, like there's just no point. Keep keep healing the Zarya and then use the nade on people who are shooting the Zarya because that's gonna be more effective than healing your Zarya a little bit more, right? Because the difference between amplifying your healing on Zarya is that the Ryan doesn't have any pressure on him, so he could just swing on the Zarya anyway, and you're only prolonging her death. But antiing the Rein and just manually healing the Zarya and doing a bit of damage keeps up your Zarya, but it also makes the Rein have to stop putting pressure on your Zarya, which means she's going to get more healing anyway. Because imagine if this Rein was antied, he would not feel as confident walking forward because he'll be low HP, and then he would have to hold his shield, and then guess what? The Zarya probably wouldn't die. I mean, she might. Okay, we heal. We just want to be careful because we are down a couple of people. Sleep! Ah, man. Okay, nice. Okay, you can really heal, like you can't out heal Bastion, right? So doing damage to the Bastion is the right play here. Damage. Okay. I mean, honestly, there's not really a lot you can do because like, there's no way you can rotate to like really fast to actually get anywhere. So you just got to do your job and do damage. I mean, like maybe you could have rotated left at some point to open up the angle on these guys. Okay, well there I'm not really too sure what happened. She just jumped off the map. That's fine. Right now we're just waiting. Like, try not to make any noise in this situation here. You don't want to make any noise too early because your team isn't ready to fight. Because your team's not ready to fight, if you reveal yourself, the D.Va's going to be able to push you, and your team can't really help you that much. This Nano is okay. Again, I don't like it too much because it's just you and Reaper against like nearly their whole team, so he can't really get a ton of value. But I'm liking the passion. Okay, we killed D.Va. Probably don't even need the... I can't speak today. Probably don't need the nade because D.Va is very killable anyway. Bro, my PC sounds like it's gonna explode. Hold on. Sorry, I got distracted by my PC. Alright, damage. Just like make sure we're not neglecting healing. We don't want to get too focused on doing damage because we might be neglecting healing. Now right now we're not. But you don't know that because you're very focused on just going for these like shots. I don't mind the cooldown usage here. You didn't actually rush to sleep. Like you saw them, you like took the time to line it up. You just kind of whiffed this one. Tag Reaper one time, nice, good shots. Okay, nice, good stuff dodging. We have to come back and heal. Good sleep, good nade. Okay, you lose the fight. I mean, not really a lot to say. Right. I like this rotation. It's not too poorly timed because the fight hasn't really started yet. The dude just kills you. That's unlucky. The problem with going for this rotate is that it kind of isolates you, and when you're isolated, well, it's very easy to get caught off guard and pushed by the D.Va here. But truthfully, there's not really a lot you could have done. Like maybe you could have pushed with your team, like down this way and like gone up the stairs here, because then you would have been close enough to your team to where like you could drop. You understand? Because like here it's kind of hard to drop. Here you can still kind of do damage, but you can back up and then like get healing and get bubbled and stuff. But other than that, like you're not too terrible. There was a couple of moments where like you definitely should have healed, but I think if you can just keep up your like uptime and damage, because like your cooldown usage is like really good. If you can keep that up whilst making sure to be in a position to keep people alive, I think you'll be able to get pretty far on Ana.